After we won in 2014, I definitely remember, really, my mind really getting to this year really quickly, within a matter of days, thinking, it was such a comprehensive win. I thought, how are we going to improve on this? How can we make sure this happens again? And as I looked towards this year, it was really exciting. The whole core of our team was coming back. We had two newcomers coming in. We've had a lot of success the last few years. I think, this is the core of this team has come through that, being very successful, winning championships, and I think to some degree, you sort of get a habit of winning and being successful, and I think that breeds a lot of confidence. I think, this year's team was special, and I think in terms of a performance side, it was incredibly deep. I mean, the 8 team members that were shooting regularly at the end, all of them finished with All-American honors. Many of them finished with first-team All-American honors. I mean, really any of them could have gone to the championships, and I would have been very confident with having them in the team. I mean, they all were just shooting outstanding this year. I think really what stood out and what I loved about this team this year is just the camaraderie they had with each other, the support they gave each other. It was just a fun group to be around. It made, coming to work and coming to the range every day a lot of fun. I mean, it's been an incredible senior class. We're going to miss all of them, but it's been a very unique class. Taylor's been a fantastic captain for us this year. I know it's been a sort of interesting role for him to fill, not competing as much as he'd have liked to. And I think something that probably stands out the most, for me anyway, with Taylor, I don't think there's anyone who cares more about the team and how the team does. And this really, came through, I think, more this year with him being captain. He really wanted the team to do well. He would do whatever it took for the team to be successful. Marin's obviously had a huge impact on the team in her 3 years here. She was always a fantastic air rifle shooter, but I think she's probably learned more about herself, and especially in air rifle over these 3 years. And the way that she finished her career, not many people get a chance to finish their career like that on such a high, to shoot such a fantastic performance in the match, for us to really pull off the win up in Alaska, and then to carry that through into the final was incredible. Thomas, I think for me, has maybe made the biggest transformation from when I first met him and have known him. He's grown so much as a person, certainly as an athlete, but from the young, skinny high school kid that he was, all the way through his degree and now into his master's program. I think he's really grown as a person. He's had so many great accomplishments here as well, being part of so many championship teams, finally making first-team All-American in small bore this year, which I know was something he really wanted to do, and something that was, he truly deserved. Jiva's been with us the least amount of time out of our 4 seniors, but I think she still had just as big an impact as all of them. I think it was a huge part in us being as successful as we were, and she not only brought in her scores, which were fantastic, but she really, she won't have seen it, but she really changed the team atmosphere last year. I think it gave everyone a positive boost. Everyone began shooting better. I think the team dynamic was better, and it really was a huge uplift to our team last year, which was really great. And she's been able to carry that through to this year. She's such a strong shooter. She works really hard, and she's probably harder on herself than anyone else is, and that makes her who she is. And I think it's a very unique senior class that we have, but certainly one that's provided some really good leadership, and they're such different personalities as well. So I think as a team we've been able to get the best of the whole group, and they each add their different dynamic. So yeah, it's a group that we'll certainly miss, and they've had a huge impact on this team in the last 2 to 5 years. This year's championship was, I think, as dramatic a championship as we're going to experience. I think the whole week and being in Alaska, which is very unique for a championship, made it really special. We knew Alaska were confident coming into the championships. They were shooting on their home range. Their preparation had been good. They were the only team that hadn't had to deal with any travel. So there was a lot of things that were in their favor. We had a bit of a gap to make up after the first day. And I don't know if I necessarily learned anything new about the team. I think we kind of already knew this, but they were very resilient. They were very mature and calm, and we knew we were a stronger air rifle team than they were, and I think we were confident that we were going to be able to win the air rifle match the next day. But you just didn't know how close it was going to be and whether we were going to be able to overcome the deficit. The next day, they all went out there and just shot incredibly well. So I think it says a lot about their composure as individuals and their support of each other within the team as well, that they were able to take it all in and not freak out and stay calm. And then the next day, between the 3 relays, they all shot incredibly well, and fortunately it was enough to pull back the deficit. I think something that everyone that comes in contact with the program takes a lot of pride in, whether it's West Virginia fans, West Virginia residents, obviously everyone connected with the rifle team, including myself. We definitely take a huge amount of pride in that. But it's really nice to know that it is really one of the elite programs in the country for all sports. And I think the team members do a great job of taking pride and taking ownership in that, and how hard they work and how they go about their business day to day. And also I think all the support staff that assist as well. And it is really nice to see the pride that everyone takes in the program.